Ever heard of green salt? Well, today I tried it, so you don't have to. Let's talk about the health benefits, the flavor, and everything else green salt related coming up. Before we talk about green salt, make sure you subscribe to my channel, click that like button, hit that bell so you never miss a new recipe or a new health tip. So let's dive into green salt. Is it healthier? How does it taste? Should you be using it in your cooking? So I was sent this little bag of green salt from the Green Salt Company, as well as a little history about green salt. Green salt is dehydrated sea asparagus or Salicornia. And the hook is that sea asparagus absorbs all the minerals and the flavor of the sea when it's growing, and all that umami or flavor or taste that it absorbs gets transferred into the dehydrated product and then takes your food to another level because of that extra added flavor. So it's lower in sodium but higher in umami or flavor. That's what they call it. And according to their website, this dehydrated green salt has been used for many years, both for its medicinal health benefits and also for flavor. It's been used to flavor a ton of different foods. So the ingredients are simple, love that, 100% dehydrated Salicornia. Next, let's tackle the nutrition. So how does this green salt stack up to regular table salt? Well, it's outstanding. So a half a teaspoon of this green salt has 277 milligrams of sodium chloride in it, compared to table salt, where a half a teaspoon will have 1,200 milligrams of sodium chloride in it. So much more sodium chloride in table salt versus the same amount of this green salt. So that's about a quarter of the amount of salt. Another way to look at it is you can use twice the amount of this green salt and still have half the amount of salt in traditional Morton's table salt. So far so good, right? And it really doesn't have a ton of other stuff in it. The minerals in the green sea salt are very low. So it's not like those minerals are going to give you a whole lot of added health benefit, kind of like the pink Himalayan salt. Now the green salt has a little more of the minerals than the pink Himalayan salt, but it's still very low as a percentage of the total components of the green salt. The other health benefits of green salt really are to be determined. There was a study in 2015 that it looked at the impact of green salt on rats compared to sodium chloride, and the green salt had a tendency not to raise up blood pressure in the same way that sodium chloride would, or table salt would. Now there hasn't been any research on humans yet, so I think we still really don't know or understand anything about the health benefits directly of the green salt. And as we know, anyways, health benefits only get you so far. Things have to taste good in order for us to use them regularly and for us to gain the health benefits, because if things don't taste good, we're not going to use them. But if the umami flavor can live up to the hype with only a quarter of the sodium, we may be onto something here. So I did the work for you. I put it on some of my favorite foods to try. We're going to do a taste test and see if green salt lives up to the hype. We ready? So I picked a few foods that definitely need salt to taste good. We've got avocado, we've got cucumber, and excuse me for a second while I make a scrambled egg. While I'm cooking, close-up of the green salt. How's that look? Okay, who's ready for the taste test? All right, let's start with the eggs while they're warm. I'm just gonna take a tiny pinch, put it on there. Now, it's green, so you gotta get used to a little green on your eggs. Green eggs and ham. It'd be perfect for green eggs and ham. It's actually pretty good. It's different. So it's a little bit of a flavor of the sea, which is a little different, obviously, than regular salt, but on eggs, it works really, really well. I'm kind of impressed. Okay, so that's a winner for me on the eggs. Really delicious. Not quite salt, but much less sodium chloride for a lot of flavor. Okay, let's check out the vegetables. Cucumber always benefits from a little salt. Put just a little bit. Green salt blends right in with the cucumber. I don't like it quite as much on the cucumber. It doesn't seem to bring out flavor the same way that sodium chloride would. And it's really fine, so you don't get that little crunch you do with a salt crystal. So not as good on the cucumber as it was on the egg, but still, it's okay. But it doesn't have to be perfect because we're using much less sodium chloride, and it's much better for your health if you can use less sodium chloride during the day. Okay, lastly, we got avocado. I picked two green things. It's kind of funny. Avocado. I'm going to put a little bit of the green stuff on there, the green salt. Looks kind of pretty. Nice little presentation. Again, it doesn't have the crunchy salt crystals. Let's taste it. I think it needs more. I like it on the avocado, but I had to use a little bit more of the green salt than I would table salt in order to get the same amount of flavor or that delicious mouthfeel, that pop that you get with salt. Now, I didn't have to use 4 times as much, so I think you probably are using less sodium chloride by using the green salt than you would by using table salt. So what's the conclusion on green salt? It's pretty interesting. Dehydrated Salicornia, still working on the health benefits, but is delicious on eggs, okay on cucumber, good on avocado. Doesn't have the crunch that you get with kosher salt, which is definitely a negative. But I like the flavor. It's well-rounded. It gets that umami feel in the back of your mouth if you use enough of it. And this certainly can be an adjunct, something that you can use kind of on the side instead of using sodium chloride when you're really looking for a flavor that tastes a little bit like the sea and you don't want to use nearly as much sodium chloride. It will help you keep your sodium chloride intake down below 2,000 milligrams, which is a great goal for a lot of people who have high blood pressure or kidney disease or heart disease. Give green salt a try. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Click that like button, hit that bell so you never miss a new recipe or new health tip. My name is Dr. Blake Schusterman. I'm a board-certified kidney doctor, and I'm also the cooking doc. Check out my website, thecookingdoc.co, and I will see you next time.